Hi, Mary with Reviewer's Diary. Here I am again with the same shirt on. I don't like to play games and change my shirt every 5 minutes. So, anyway, what I'm here to do, and this will be my last video for today, and I will tape the rest of the boxes that are over there on the bed tomorrow. I am here to show you what I brought in my cosmetic bag. So you could call this an unbagging, unpacking makeup basket in rewind or something like that. On Sunday I will be doing a makeup basket. I have planned to do it, so if no disasters occur over the next few days, then I will definitely be doing that for you. So I will clean the swatches off my hand and I will show you everything that I brought with me. All the things that you care about, not the stuff you don't care about. And I'll be right back. Okay, so when I left to go to Florida, it was kind of like disaster zone. And so I did not pack things the way I normally would. I kind of threw everything in a Ziploc bag. And I just went grabbing stuff that I knew that I used a lot. So I did react in disaster mode and didn't use my normal packing methods. So I do have a lot of things loose in here. I brought a lot of skincare and I did bring quite a bit of makeup. So I'm going to go over those things right now. Now, first of all, I did bring all the Dermalogica products that came in this box, as well as the Dermalogica oil that came in one of my Beauty Fix boxes and that came in this box. I did bring this with me, but I repacked it because the Dermalogica set, small as it is, lasted the entire 30 days that I was down there. I was down there honestly for 4 weeks. I had taped some things ahead of time for you guys. Anyway, these are all tiny sizes, but I still have them. So, you know, I did use up 1 or 2 things, but maybe almost 2. So I'm going to start first with the pre-cleanse. This is something that I bought separately. A lot of people really swear by this. Let's see. I can't see the level, but just shaking it around, I think it's down to about here. This is very nice. And if you don't mind spending the money, it's really good, but it's pretty expensive as a pre-cleanse. It's water emulsified, but there are a lot of oils out there that are Selma Hayek has one that I have a bottle of. Julep has one, I have a bottle of that. And of course there's the non-cruelty free Garnier, and they actually also have one, but it's got quite a bit of perfume in it, so it stings your eyes if you get it in your eyes. So I did use this every day, every night, and every morning. And the reason I use it in the morning is because I use a lot of cream and stuff on my face at night. And this oil, and actually any oil, pre-cleanse, helps you get all that old product from the night before off, before you actually use your skincare products. If you have expensive skincare products, you want to go for something like this, because that way your expensive stuff can actually do the job that it was meant to do. This box came with this special cleansing gel. I really liked this. This was really fine lathering face wash, and I really did enjoy this right down to the very last drop. I stood it on its head on the counter and used it really literally till there was nothing at all could come out of it. The next thing that came in that set is this multi-active toner. I went back and forth between just spraying it on my face and patting it in and putting it on a cotton pad, spraying it on, and then using the cotton pad. So I went back and forth. It works well either way, but I kind of like the cotton pad method a little bit better. It's easier for me to control. The other thing that came in the box, and I didn't use this a lot, in fact it is only down to here, and this is the Skin Smoothing Cream, and not my favorite Dermalogica cream. I like the Active Moist a little bit better, but I don't love this stuff. I'll use it up, but I'm not in love with it. And finally, the other thing that I did use quite a bit of is this oil. And this is the Phyto Replenish, is it called? Let's see. Yep, Phyto Replenish Oil. This came in my Beauty Fix box. I did use this quite a bit, but it's kind of greasy. So if you have oily skin, I don't know that you would like this. It's hard to control in this little bottle. It's a little glass bottle and a small size, but it's hard to control exactly how much you put in your hand, and thus it's hard to control what goes on your face. I also brought this. I hate this stuff. I hate it so much that I just threw it into my empties bin. I will talk about it when I do my empties. That's coming up. It leaves a film, and if you don't get your eyes completely dried off, it stings your eyes. The other thing I had was my Marcelle eye makeup remover, and you can see that there's not a whole lot left in here. This is great stuff. Never stings your eyes. I get this through Birchbox Shop. I really, really love Marcelle, and I love their micellar water, and I love this. Now, speaking of micellar water, I have this Bioderma that isn't a use up, and it is now down to here. You can see it, see the level. A lot of people swear by this, but honestly, I don't find that it takes my eye makeup all off. If you use more than one thin coat of mascara, you're never going to get it off with just this. So I like it, but I don't love it, and so it'll be easy to give it up because it's not cruelty free. I also brought this travel size hair goop with me. It came in one of my Ipsy bags, and I have to say I absolutely, positively love this stuff. It's only down to here, but I used a nickel or quarter size amount every time I took a shower and washed my hair. Don't wash my hair every time I shower. Try not to wash my hair too often. But this stuff, it's Haircare 12-in-1, and I think I saw that Ulta has this. So I'll definitely be getting the full size when that is gone. Now, when I was in Florida, for some reason my skin was super, super dry. I don't know why. I did use a couple of different serums, so I don't know if maybe one of them contributed to that. And I do use Retin-A at night, but I also buffer it with a ton of cream, and so it couldn't have been the Retin-A. So another thing that I brought with me was this Luzern serum, and it came in a Beauty Fix box, and it's this neat little pump. I know it's low, and the reason I can tell is I have to have it upright in order to get anything out of it now, where I was able to do it that way. So this is pretty close to finished. It's not greasy, and doesn't seem terribly drying. It's really nice. But I know from when I did my research on this that it's outrageously expensive stuff, and honestly, I don't see that much of a difference. So I'll talk about that in more detail when it hits my empties. Now, I also brought along my SkinMedica, good thing, because this is like heavy, like Vaseline almost. And this is the Replenish Hydrating Cream. This has saved my skin more times than I can count. Times that I've woken up and I've gone a little too rough or whatever. Like today, I was a little too enthusiastic with my face brush, and I put this on and it just cooled that right down. I love this. SkinMedica today is cruelty free, but I don't know. Maybe when you're watching this video, it could be 6 months from now, and maybe they'll be selling in China. So make sure you always check before you buy. But I can't recommend this highly enough. I have a backup of this. That's how much I like it. Now I also have my Elizabeth Arden Night Cream, and you can see that I'm almost done with that. This is actually going to use it up because I want to use up the Elizabeth Arden stuff I have, which I have a long way to go because I have a drawer full of skincare stuff that's Elizabeth Arden. So it's going to be a while. You're going to see a lot of Elizabeth Arden in my empties. I've been an Elizabeth Arden girl forever and love Elizabeth Arden stuff. of all kinds. And I'm just using it up because it's not cruelty free. I also brought my Elizabeth Arden eye cream because that's also in the Use It Up, and you can see there's not a lot of eye cream left in there, but still, like this size eye cream, you know, it was fairly expensive, but it's got so much eye cream in it that it lasts forever. So that still is going to take me quite a while to finish up. After my Retin-A, I like to put a moisturizing serum on, and I just happen to have this one in the drawer and in my Use It Up, Get Rid of It drawer, and this is not cruelty free, it's Aveeno, but this is like stunningly moisturizing. Like, it's awesome. It's almost gone. It only has this much left, and I'm gonna really miss it. It's that good. So yeah, I just have to dig out my serums and find one that I like that's moisturizing enough. Another thing I brought with me, and I wore this not at night, but the next day on my neck and my face, and this is CeraVe face serum. This has retinol in it, and it's got all kinds of skin beneficial stuff in it as well. I really like this. It's a yellow thin cream, and it's just like really awesome, and I think it's really helped my fine lines, and you know, I think the double duty of doing this and this is helping. Maybe. Of course, makeup still settles, so I might look like a hag right now. I also used this Lash food. This came in one of my Beauty Fix boxes, and I really like this. It's going to take forever though for it to be gone, because I think it might be full size, so it just keeps going and going. So I was stroking that on the top lash, a little bit in the corner, and on my eyebrows. I also brought this cream because when you're in Florida you gotta have an SPF, and I did have this. One of my subscribers actually sent me this, so I did get it for free. I love my subscribers, but I did get this for free from one of my subscribers because she knew I liked Pur-Lisse, and she got this in a box and she wasn't gonna keep it, so she asked me if she could send it, and I was like, yeah, that's very nice, thank you so much. So anyway, it's down to about here now, and I did use this every day. This was like so many steps after all the other steps. I am going to be doing an updated skincare video because I have been doing more steps. I don't think I'm up to 8, but I'm working my way up there. So now on to the makeup. I knew that I wanted to bring a palette, and I ended up bringing 2. Now, I bring my Naked palette with me pretty much every time I travel, and when I travel again, I will be bringing this Naked on the Run palette with me again. I put a couple pencils in there. One of them is an Urban Decay pencil, but you can actually see that there's a divot now in this color here. I use this under my eyebrows, and these shadows, like especially this and this one, are like really rich and beautiful on. Like, I love this palette. I will be really upset when it's done, but I think since I don't think it was limited edition, I think that I'll be able to get it again. It's really beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. And this gloss is really nice on, so yeah, this is really cool. Next thing I grabbed was an Elizabeth Arden palette, and this is, I think, in my Use It Up for 2016. It's clearly not going to make it. You can see that I've used these colors quite a bit. Like, you can see they're down a level, but I wasn't digging my brush in to make a hole in it to like hit pan. That wasn't my goal with this. I just was really enjoying these colors. I do want to use it up, but I don't want to like drill a hole to china with the brush, because as soon as you hit pan, that's when your cosmetics start to crack and fall out. So yeah, so I'm actually kind of evenly taking it off on the brush. This Not going to be done in time for the end of the year, but that's okay. I love it and I'll enjoy it anyway. All right, another thing I brought and I have it on today is this Physicians Formula Insta Ready BB cream. Now, I don't know, this is not much different from the CC cream that I love. You can see I used quite a bit of this. It's not much different from that though. So I think that when this is gone, I'll just stick with the Physicians Formula CC Plus cream, because I don't see much of a difference with this. I don't know what the hype is and why it's called Insta Ready. It's not any faster to put on. And I've talked so much about the Eyeko pencil that just won't die, and I brought that with me, and it's just a basic liner, and it is still soaking wet. Like, I don't know how much ink they put in these suckers, but it's still going strong, and it'll never be gone. Never, ever, ever be gone. So I brought 4 mascaras. All these have been opened. This one, with the argan oil, the Rimmel Wonder Lash. When is this gonna ever be empty? Like, ever? It is starting to flake a little bit, so I think I'm getting there, but it's taking forever. This one I opened because I was just dying to try it. It's Lorac, and it is really cool. It's got, the only thing I don't like is it's got a curved brush. I'm not a fan of curved brushes because more often than not I stick them in my eye. But this is a travel size, and y'all who've used travel size, you know these last almost as long as a regular mascara does. This is a Clinique one that I brought with me also. This is the one I have on tonight. I do like this little brush that it has. And this is in my full face use it up that I'm in with Catherine Pye. And this one, Pacifica, I got this, it was not in the box when I got it in trade, and so I thought, well, that person probably opened it, and so I'm not going to take any chances. I'm just going to start using it. And it has this really cool brush that goes from skinny to like a fat brush. You can see that. But I stick the fat brush in my eye, and so I just leave it on the skinny setting. Because honestly, it's got a great brush, and you know, it does a great job without having to do that. So I also brought the powder that has been in use it ups forever, and it's really, really low now. This powder is in my use it up with Catherine Pye. And there was quite a bit more in there when I started it with her, and now look at that, there's hardly anything left. When that full face thing is over, I'm just going to throw this away no matter how much is left, because there's so little that I can't imagine that it's going to last long at all. Next thing I brought was concealers, but I used one most of the time. I brought this Rimmel concealer with me. I forget what it's called, True Match or Matchy Match or whatever. What is it? Match concealer, whatever. This is too light, this is too dark. I only wore these once or twice. Every day when I got ready. I didn't wear makeup every single day, but I did wear makeup enough that I needed to use under eye concealer. And quite honestly, this Ulta one really performs well, and this is the one that I took with me on vacation. I shouldn't say it, it wasn't really a vacation, but this is the one I took with me to Florida, and just little tiny dots of it work great, and it's like pretty much almost as good as like the more expensive stuff. This is a really good concealer. So next thing in here is a lipstick that I bought while I was down there, and I think I talked about this on my I'm Coming Back video, and this is Wet n Wild, and this color, now it doesn't look great on film because it just looks really light on film, but it looks stunningly beautiful on. Like, it's the perfect... I hate this cap design though, because if you don't get it on the tube just right, there, it clicks. I think I talked about how, you know, this cap design is really horrible, and the crack in the back already. Packaging issue, but the lipstick's fabulous. I brought this Mirabella Primer with me, and this basically is also in, I use it up with Catherine Pye, but the thing is, I didn't use it at all while I was away. I did use this lip quench every morning and every night. It is really fabulous. It's, you know, like a slightly pinkish color, but it's not really that color on you. It just, you know, is just plain old, so. I did bring my NYC pencil. This is in one of my use-ups. I can't remember which one. I used this today also, but it is getting a lot shorter. I had an index card that I measured everything on. I can't find it, so I don't know. I've sharpened it once or twice, so I don't know whether, you know, I'm making progress or not. It seems like I am. Next is this Elizabeth Arden pencil, and this is just your basic dark brown black. I don't think this is in a use up, but I've been keeping it in here to use it up so that I can get it done and get it out. Next I had my Cella eyebrow pencil. I love this because it just matches me really, really well. I had two of these. I gave one to my daughter because she had used hers up, and it's just like the all-around perfect eye pencil. This Cella eye pencil in taupe seems to go with like every color that people wear. I'm going to keep this in here because I think that one might be on its way out. I did bring eyelid primer, and I brought this Urban Decay eyelid primer. It's pretty small, but it's, you know, eye primer, you only need a little dot. Honestly, I know this stuff is expensive, and honestly the Milani eyelid primer is almost exactly the same. I think it's a dupe for this. So when that's gone, I'm not likely to buy it, but we'll wait and see. Another thing that I brought with me were these two little Balm Desert and Frat Boy blush, and I did use them quite a bit, and I have them on today, and there's the blush. They are little, like, eyeshadow size, but really, if you have the right brush, it works anyway. So I also brought my Laura Mercier highlighter, and I did use this quite a bit. You guys have seen that before. And I brought my favorite Max Factor lipstick. Really love this lipstick. Really, really sad that they're not cruelty-free anymore. Really kind of broke my heart when I found that out. And the company has always been cruelty-free, but now that they sell in China, they're not cruelty-free anymore. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and that is my total rewind, and I'll be doing a full weekly makeup basket / shop my stash on Sunday if something doesn't happen, if life stays pretty normal. Then I'll be able to get that done. I do have the stuff from before I left and didn't use it at all pretty much. I threw our stuff in a bag and I took off as fast as I could, practically running to Florida. So anyway, stick around, there'll be more videos. I have other boxes, but I'm going to tape those tomorrow because I'm tired, and I'm sure you're tired of me too. So thank you for watching. This has been Mary with Reviewer's Diary with my makeup basket rewind, we'll call this one. What I brought in my toiletries and makeup. Thanks, and have a beautiful evening. Good night.